Hi, it's Nancy Harris, and we're checking out some state parks today and some trails. So I'm here on the Hammocks Beach State Trail, and we're about partway through, and I'm down by the water. The dogs are running around. They've got their leashes on because, again, you have to have them on a leash, but there's nobody out here. And anyway, I wanted to tell you a little bit about Hammocks Beach. It is a state park, and besides 1,600 acres of land, there's also several islands, including that island back there in the background. You see the dark one back there? It's longer. That is Bear Island, and the ferry is what takes you over to that. It's got a bathhouse and also some camping sites. Hammocks Beach also owns 3 other smaller islands called Dudley, Huggins, and Jones, and they're over by the White Oak mouth of the river there. They've also added another 300 acres to the state park, and we're going to go explore. So we're down by the entrance to the ferry. I showed you the visitor center, and then there's the ferry entrance and the waiting area. And then behind that gazebo right over there is the connection to the trail. Okay, so I came up here and I was checking out the bathrooms. That's women's bathroom, and down there's the men's. And guess what? The bathrooms are air conditioned. Yay! Okay, so here is the beginning of the Hammocks Beach State Park Trail. And see that "You Are Here" star? Well, that is actually up that trail a little bit. We actually ended up going that way, and that is not an actual trail. It led to nowhere. Well, it led to really pretty water and a marshy spot, so we had to turn around. So now we're going to go and try a real trail. So I want to address my hair issue. I know I talk about it a lot, but this is what the issue is. When I came to North Carolina, I had this beautician, and she informed me, because I have been struggling with my hair most of my life. I mean, when I was young, I had a lot of hair because that's what young people do. But anyways, as I got older, I was like, what is going on with my hair? So she said, Nancy, look, so per square inch of your head, you don't have much hair in it. And the hair you have is fine. So that's just the thing I have to deal with. I have to deal with my hair, and so that's why I'm always talking about my hair and trying to do what I need to do to make myself look decent on camera. Anyway, the humidity doesn't help. Whoop! And my dog is pulling my microphone. But we were gonna go ahead. You can see by the look on the dog's body language, they're ready to go. So let's go. All right, so you can see that, look at that. They did a little bit of a controlled burn here. Oh, and you can see my husband in the background. Hey, Jim. And there's Tossie. Okay, so I've been talking about how the trails are great for walking dogs, and look, I think that's the 3rd or 4th person we've seen with dogs walking here. It really is a nice flat loop. Not a whole lot going on out here except for lots of dogs. Okay, so while I was standing here talking to you, Tossie jumped in the boat. I think she thinks she's going for a boat ride. I don't think we're moving very far. Okay. So there's the trail head. There's the ferry in the background, the visitor center, parking lot, and then that's the entrance to Hammocks Beach State Park. Let's go to the next park. Here is the trail marker, or the trail map, for the Boathouse Creek Walking Trail. And yes, beware of trip hazards. I'm going to show you a spot where he's got them, or he or she marks them very well. Up! Storm, up, good boy! Tossie, come on. Oh, good girl! Oh, you did it! She stays. He jumps up, jumps right back off. Okay, come on. Storm. Oh, Tossie. Oh, yay! I'm a circus dog. So we're out here right now, pretty much by ourselves. There's nobody in the parking lot. Well, there was one Jeep, and it's a nice and wide trail. The dogs are running around. Yes, they're supposed to be on their leash, but if there's nobody here, I let them go a little bit. Too big to handle. Okay, so we're halfway through the Boathouse Creek Trail. It's hot out here. As you can see, storm's cooling off. This trail ends here, or partway through it comes to the water here, and we think this is Jones Island right here. And then they just built the new dock. And then way in the background, back there, you can see the cars going over to Swansboro. It's really peaceful out here. And right in the middle there is Swansboro, or the beginning of Swansboro. And there's the dock. All right, so we just left the dock area. Here's the parking spot for where you can bring your car, your kayak, and launch your kayak, or go out and fish, or go to the dock. And then there's that driveway there that comes in from the front of the park. And then there's this big field, and we're going to walk down that field and then go back in the woods near the Octagon House and a little cemetery. This is like a gigantic field. You could play football out here, soccer, frisbee, let your dogs run, I guess, if you're allowed to. Probably aren't, but if there's nobody here, again, I say, why not? Just keep them in control. Okay, so we are going to go back into the woods, but before we do that, I wanted to show you the Octagon House that's behind me. It was the Mason Lodge. Now I think it's rented out for events, but you don't hold me to that. I don't know for sure what they're doing with it. I just know that Cedar Point bought 56 of the acres and made it into the Boathouse Creek in 2019. So it's been developing and making a better area for people to go and get out in the trails in Cedar Point. Okay, to give you an idea of where Boathouse Creek Trail is, that road there leads to 24. So you would be coming from Swansboro that way, going through Cedar Point, and then going towards Cape Carteret and Emerald Isle. And then this street called Little Bay leads over to Marsh Harbor, which is a neighborhood, a pretty big neighborhood near here. On my video about Western Park, I mentioned Marsh Harbor, the neighborhood. And so we're kind of on the other side of it. And then here is the entrance to the park. So you've got the parking lot, and then that sandy drive right there, it goes all the way to the kayak launch and the dock area that we were just visiting. And then that's where the trailhead that we started on is. So we're almost done with this trail walk. This has been a long, hot trail, but it's great. And especially great because it's not sunny. So I want to talk about a couple things. Number one, at the beginning of the trail, I showed you that all the little trip hazards are marked. Well, guess what? Look at that. Whoever manages and maintains this trail does a great job. It's always neat, it's clean. You can tell they're also trying to make some other trails going on here and there, so it's great. I also wanted to show you one other thing. So you can download an app, and it's called All Trails, and I'm going to show you. That's it right there. That's the app. And when you use it, you can just type in Boathouse Creek Walking Trail, and look at that. It has the trail, it tells you a little bit about it, and you can even get some reviews, what other people think about it. So you can do this with any trail in North Carolina. I think almost probably any trail anywhere, but I use it a lot for the local trails so that I know kind of what to expect and how long it will be and whether we can do it or not in the time we are allowing. It's just really great to get out here in the nature. And if you like this video, please check out my trail video about Cedar Point Tideland Trail. It is near here and it is great also for walking your dogs or even riding bikes, and you get to see the water. And actually this source of water that we saw at this trail, you can see it at that trail too. So check out the Cedar Point Tideland Trail if you want to continue to watch my videos, and subscribe.